So what's up guys, and welcome back to another video, and there's a couple of things that I do want to go over today. A lot of this is in relation to the legendary weapon system in Fallout 76 and sort of everything that we do know so far about it. In addition to that, I do want to talk a little bit about the Vats system and also the camp settlement system and what Fallout recently put out on Twitter about those. And then at the end of the video, I do want to correct a situation where I was in the wrong and sort of do the right thing with that as well. So make sure that you guys do stay tuned throughout the whole of the video, and let's jump straight into it. So starting off with the legendary weapon system. So as many of you guys will know or may not know, the legendary weapon system from Fallout 4 is making a return in Fallout 76. And we know this because of NoClip's recent documentary, which by the way, if you haven't checked it out yet, I will leave it linked in the description below. But in one part of that documentary, they do mention that the legendary weapon system is in fact making a return, but they are adding tiers to it, which is very interesting, because as many of you guys will know, how it works in Fallout 4 is you would go out, you would find certain chest locations or weapon locations or even legendary enemies, and once you killed them or looted that certain spot, you had a chance of getting a legendary weapon. Now the legendary weapon itself would be listed as a star, and it was essentially much better versions of the normal weapons in Fallout 4. And what the legendary system did is it would essentially give the weapon a legendary effect, and there was a ton of different effects in the game. For instance, you have assassins, which would basically do 50% more damage against humans. You had, of course, enraging, which made your critical hits cause enemies to frenzy. You had incendiary, then you had stuff like explosive, which was insane. And overall, it was a good weapon system. It made looting feel really fun and, you know, really good to go out and collect as many sort of cool and different type of weapons as you could. And I thought it was a good system. However, there was a couple of things which I do have concerns about. You know, for instance, in Fallout 4, right, you had explosive weapons, which, you know, if you have been playing Fallout 4, I've made plenty of videos on these types of weapons. They were insanely overpowered if you got your hands on it, especially things like the explosive minigun or the explosive shotgun. It literally put the game in easy mode if you were using them. It was that powerful. In addition to that, there was also really powerful effects as well, such as kneecapper, which if you got your hands on a kneecapper weapon that was auto in any way, even if it's something like an auto pipe rifle, like, that was insane. You could go around and literally cripple any target in seconds and have them just unable to do anything to you. So it is legendary effects like these that do raise concerns for me in Fallout 76. Because the game is online, will we see effects like these on weapons again? Because I could imagine someone roaming around with explosive weapons and just destroy you in seconds in PvP. Now granted, the game isn't going to be, you know, insane PvP here, left, right and center, but it is stuff like these that I do wonder if it's going to be back in the game again. And in addition to that as well, I wonder how the tier system is going to work. That sounds to me like a good thing. Again, I do like loot games like this, and, you know, similar to Borderlands as well, I think they do a really good loot system in their game. So it will be interesting to see how the system works in this game. Maybe it could be something like rare weapons that you could find, and then you have legendary weapons that you could find. Then maybe there's another tier such as epic weapons or something along those lines. I mean, either way, it does sound good to me. And I want to hear your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. How do you think it's going to be introduced in this game? How do you think the tier system they mentioned is going to be placed in the game as well? And yeah, I want to hear all your thoughts on that in the comment section below. But now let's move into the Vats system. So the Vats system works very differently in this game. I've mentioned it previously as well. It actually works in real time. And I'm going to go ahead and play a clip from Fallout's Twitter they recently put out about this, and then we'll come back and talk about it after.
Vats is absolutely still in the game. It's integral to the Fallout experience since Fallout 1. What we did in this game is we decided, because you can't pause the game, obviously there's other people playing with you, that you will, when you press the bumper and Vats comes up, it's still real time, but we've made the decision-making process a little simpler. We've incorporated a lot of our skills and perks into that decision-making in those systems. So it's the same seamless experience you expect before, and if you're not a Twitch gamer, it will help you succeed in gun combat. But yes, we would never cut Vats from a Fallout game.
So of course this is really interesting, you know, I have mentioned that it does work in real time in previous videos, but what really kind of concerns me here is how well it will work with some of the perks they add into the game. Of course, with it working in real time, it's going to feel very different as opposed to where it used to slow down time. But my question is how well will perks work with this? You know, in Fallout 4 there was perks that you had with VATS that would make for insane character builds. Let's say for instance in Fallout 4 you had the Blitz perk, and Blitz would essentially, in VATS, you could teleport directly to your target and kill him almost instantly if you used the Ninja perk as well in conjunction with it. So, you know, with Ninja, it would give your melee weapons 10 times more damage when you had a sneak attack on someone, and Blitz essentially enabled you to do a sneak attack on every single enemy in the room and pretty much kill them all in seconds, making you this ultimate teleport assassin. And while I don't think that perks like that will make a return, it is something that I do want to bring up because again, this game is online, it does have some element of PvP, and if they do add certain perks into the Vats system, it could make it really, really powerful. But again, you know, that's just some of my thoughts and thinking, and you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below. But now moving on to the camp system.
So once you assemble your camp, you can of course build defenses and structures to help fences and different kind of armaments to support and protect your camp. If someone comes along and decides to blow your camp up, they will have to engage in those defenses, which are very easy to build. The materials are readily available. And if someone does blow up your camp, people are very excited for Fallout 76. If someone does blow up your camp, then you are able to repair it very easily for very low cost, literally with a single button. The other thing I'd like to say about camps is that they're blueprinted. So when you go off a server and you come back on, if for some reason your camp can't respawn where you left it, it is blueprinted so you can very quickly place down the stuff you had already built.
So the camp system, as many of you guys will know by that clip alone or previous mentions I have made in my other videos, is essentially how you build your settlement. It's all blueprinted to this one device you can put on the ground, and as it mentioned before, you can put up defenses to, you know, stop people from attacking it, and if somebody does attack it, you can repair it very easily. And that goes for nukes as well. If somebody nukes your base, you can still repair it and even move it before the nuke even hits you. Again, it's all blueprinted to the device you put down, so if you want to move it, you can pack it up and move it very easily. And the same goes for other servers as well. So let's say you log on one day and you get put into a random server. Let's say somebody else has built in your location. Well, if that's the case, it will essentially pack up your camp or settlement, and then you can move it into a different location. Either that, or it will connect you to a different server where you can have your settlement where you like it. In addition to that, some information that isn't quite mentioned there is the fact that you can't build directly everywhere. For instance, you can't just build directly outside of the vault, which is a given. We should all kind of expect that, because you'd have people putting up camps and, you know, putting down turrets at the spawn, you know, being trolls and griefers like a lot of people are online. But that's just some information there that I wanted to cover in relation to that, because a lot of people still seem to be confused about it, and hopefully that has cleared up a lot of concerns and questions about how the settlement system works in this game. And that's pretty much it for the main part of the video. I just wanted to sort of go over a couple of more things into a little bit more detail, sort of discuss them with you guys, you know, go over some of my concerns, and get some feedback on some of these as well from you guys in the comment section below. And that leads us into the final part of the video, which is a situation that I want to make right, and it's basically to do with a thumbnail I made a couple of days ago. And usually when making thumbnails, I try to make them stand out without making them too crazy of clickbait, you know, whether this be through sharpening and brightening images, you know, adding things here and there to point out certain parts of it, or, you know, combining two images together to form one. And in this instance, I ended up using on one side of the thumbnail an image of a Vault girl who was in a Vault 76 suit. Now, at the time of making it, I had no idea that this was actually created by another user known as Vault Girl 2077. Now, as soon as I found out, I did change the thumbnail immediately. I also made sure that she was credited and linked in the description in the comment section, but I also wanted to give a verbal mention in this video as well to make things right, because number one, I shouldn't have used the image to begin with, and number two, she deserves to be credited for that, as I normally would with anything else. You know, usually with videos, or, you know, if I mention anything or link to a video, I'll always have it linked in the description below for you guys to check out, and this shouldn't have been any different here. It was just me being stupid and making a mistake, so I wanted to correct it in this video. So a link to her channel is in the description below. If you guys could do me a huge favor and subscribe to it, that would be great. And that is pretty much it for the video. As always, I hope you guys did enjoy this video today. If you did, be sure to leave a like down below. It's always appreciated. Subscribe if you are new around for Fallout 76 coverage, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.